What's up, Scarves? You think? Yeah, NFTs got obliterated, dude. I knew that shit was about to happen, and I even took some L's on, so I ain't gonna cap, bro. Like, is it really? I haven't really. Yeah, but I mean, that's how you know it's a fucking bear market. We're long in stable coins, literally. That shit is crazy. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I mean, wait, what? Is it? Hold on, I mean, I didn't do from the I didn't do from the wick. Yeah, hold on. Damn, he's not lying. It's like 42. Oh, I don't even want to look at anchor. Yeah, I could see. I mean, look, if you right, yeah, it'd be buys to sells in my opinion on most. Like, see, like here, like Luna. Um, the way I see this is okay. We did come down to some. This is real, like true daily demand. It's not been tapped, never been revisited. Um, what did I just do? But you know, we have like a high time frame POI like that under sell side liquidity, and we it's funny, we thought the equal lows were what up here. Like this looks like a different chart to me now. It's insane. Like I remember we were trying to find an entry. We had an entry off of this area, and then this push back up stopped us at break even. So like 70% on 10x, and then it just died. But at one point, this was the sell side liquidity, and that's a fucking joke now. Um, these equal loads even got swept. I mean, you've swept literally. I mean, really, the last what, 7 months of price action in 3 days, and that is fundamentally based as well as the market, dying. But like, it's just, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to catch some longs here with even with Luna, even with everything that's fundamentally going on. Like, if you see this daily demand under that liquidity, that's for one, I'm looking like most of these plays, like once we come under these major lows, even this low, like, even if we would have just came under this low, because this is really the strong low when you really look at it. This was the last low we made, the higher low before we broke all-time high. So that there was a ton of liquidity resting there. I think the fundamental momentum of UST being depegged threw it all the way down here. But it's weird. You can like I always like to say, price action tells a story that is going on without having to understand. You don't have to watch the news to tell something happened here. Something was manipulated. And with UST, like, speak on it too much because I want to do more homework. But from what I understand, it seems like it was pretty manipulated, and probably an attempt to liquidate um, Doquan and Terra. In my opinion, that's what it would that could have been what a lot of this crash in general was behind, because where they've added Bitcoin to their reserves, basically they're trying to become a bank. And imagine if Bank of America, if everybody wanted to take out 20% or however much it was out of their bank account at once. It's like, newsflash, they don't fucking have it. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of what happened with the depegging. I don't like I said, I don't want to speak on it too much, but um we cleared all of these lows. So anywhere at this point, even if I'm still bearish, like I can still be bearish in this like long term, I'm going to look for relief, and I'm going to look for it probably in premium of this price swing. So looking at a daily, I can already tell you my main interest is going to be in this inefficiency. If I can find my fucking tools. Right here, somewhere in there. So from here, I'll go to 4 hour, see if we can find some supply. Um, you could maybe even mark this just to keep it. And this all is going to take confirmation. We might have already got it, we might haven't, but I'll have to look in a second. Probably somewhere in this area. I would probably just mark all of this and just really wait for price to come up into this gap and then wait for a reversal. Um, but you could, I mean, damn near target that if we do reverse. Like that would be, first target would be probably like equilibrium of this inefficiency. Seems like we're pushing to it. We're going to form the inefficiency on this close tomorrow, depending on the price action we see. May or may not still be there. But anytime we come under these lows like this is where everybody is just like, fuck this, I'm out. Like this is, talk about the fear and greed index. It's fucking broken right now. So if you are going to long, this is the kind of stuff you long. It's just like whenever, we've made a new all time high and you have this huge gap. And really even more so because we all know like when crypto fucking bleeds, it fucking bleeds. So here, really in the 15-minute, I don't see any structural shift yet, but you could, I mean, just playing the bounce off this demand, that in itself, I mean, it's already what was it? Scribes like fucking 48%. That's insane. Does that look like 48% to you guys? Like, I feel like I'm like, I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah, like, bro, what is this? I'd watch it here though. Huh? Oh, dude, they're gonna need a fuck. I tweeted earlier. They're gonna need a fucking therapist as utility. Fucking dude, real life. There's gonna be like, it's gonna be. I honestly, bro, right? It's gonna be a. There's gonna be some dark shit, bro, that comes out of like the board ape fucking craze. Right. I, yeah, there's a lot of claims that it's a, but I've not done enough to. I think really, yeah, they're not. No, 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 they're not on Coinbase. This is a nice setup right here. If like for instance, like anytime I've been using this to scalp, it is kind of like one of ICT's methods, but basically like whenever you come and do any kind of POI, you can go in the 1 minute, whether that POI is demand or areas of liquidity. You rate break structure because here's your swing structure. You have this low, low, high, and instead of making that lower high, he broke it. So once you get that first change of character, if this is a big if you have a fair value gap, this one would have been you would have had some drawdown depending on when you entered. These aren't limits. You just wait for price to come here and you buy with stops under the low. Usually pretty good on risk to reward. Like this one, I would have taken a good bit here because you see this liquidity sitting in these um, equal highs up here. You could have had, I mean, a nice trade. And this is really simple shit that these are satisfying because they play out so fast. Like, let's say you had this, they're not going to be as good RR as like, God, look at that fucking percent though. Holy shit, bro. Like, it's like, is Luna broken, dog? Like, up here, or this up here, or this. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about them is they're like, well, a lot of them, to be honest, I've been using it quite a bit on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and a lot of them, when you're playing the 1 minute, they don't come all the way back down. This one did, but the ones I've seen at least, like whenever you're scalping like this, and I will say these work better. Maybe if you're talking about in demand, because I haven't back tested using demand as a POI, so that actually would make sense because that would be like fractal order flow. Like you're gonna return to demand inside demand, but like under equal lows and shit is where I've been playing it more so. And usually there it doesn't really form that. So that's probably the difference because this would make more sense honestly to use the demand. If you use that, then you have a really nice trade. I mean, even this, a lot of people look at this and they're like, "Oh, that doesn't really look." That's 5% of your port. Because here, these scalps, when you're on these, you're not trimming till the end. I'm not. If I'm in one of these, I'm holding that bitch till take profit or stop loss. You know what I'm saying? This trade took what? Fucking um yeah, bro. 40 minutes, your fucking day's over. That's a weekly goal. 5% of your port. That's a really like people probably like kind of sleep on that. All these a lot of people that are in crypto are just like spoiled, I feel like. But um I mean honestly you could have even used this, really, because that's that supply. But I would have still probably used the equal highs. But yeah, a lot of people are just like spoiled, but this is like yeah, it's a 40-minute workday if you do it right. Especially if you're like I'm trying to backtest certain strategies, and if I can get over like a 75% win rate, like on like Ethereum is what I've been using it on, I'll start risking more. You know what I mean? Like if you risk 2% of that's 10% of your port, you know, in 40 minutes. But yeah, Luna. I mean, that's crazy how much volatility percent wise. Although like on the 15-minute, I don't think this is. I think this is gonna dump more. I could be wrong. I think what's gonna happen is you're gonna come up into here, and you're probably gonna break this low, and then after that, that's where you might see this change of character. But until then, I wouldn't really mess with it. Like if you got in here, then yeah, that's great. But you know, so Bitcoin has not broken above either. This is one thing I don't like about it is we have this buy side liquidity, um, and that's good if you think like, oh, well, it's going to attract us to change character, but that would be more of a liquidity raid situation, in my opinion. And I would want a closure even in the 15-minute where I usually use Wix. But I mean, there's already been it really wasn't. I mean, there was on the 1 minute there's a change of character, but there's not really a trade opportunity there because you just kind of flew past it. That's another thing I don't really like. I like whenever price shifts. Like if we're in a huge pivotal zone like this, or we're looking for like a major trend reversal, I'm gonna need a lot to convince me of that. Need to be pretty clean price structure. What I would anticipate here, is consolidating within this little range here, forming some liquidity on both sides, and then really the thing about it with Bitcoin is I would have to shift my or my perspective bullish here. I just don't see a notion not to, like, whether I'm talking midterm or long term, whatever. But I mean, we've cleared out the yearly lows. We're in the same demand that set us um, to all time highs last time, which none of that's a guarantee, but that's telling me that a lot of the sell side liquidity has been removed from the market. Um, Most people who are going to get stopped out got stopped out very violently, how we would want it if we're looking to play reversal. Now, on the other hand, this really does more and more, in my opinion. After it broke that, this just looks like redistribution. And redistribution, if I were playing it just based off of that, my end target would be down here, like 28K. It'd be these equal lows. That'd be a cherry pick trade. Um, really? Yeah, yeah. I yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly. We're so close. Like somewhere in here. Yeah. Probably this institutional candle. Maybe in the last one, but I'd be generous personally because I mean, dude, I would not be surprised. So that's what I'm getting at is like, I can't help but like I'm not when I say I'm bullish, I should rephrase that because people are like, oh, bulls, we're in the building. I'm not saying here, I think this is a bottom. I'm just saying if I were looking to trade, whether it's intraday, whether um I'm going to be more apt to look for longs. I'll still short, you know what I mean? But I'm going to need a lot of confirmation to actually take longs. And I'm not liking this so far. Like this to me, that's a trap. Like that tells like I mean, we'll wait for 15-minute, 1 minute confirmation, then I'd take a trade. And if it gets stopped out, so be it. But when I'm looking at this here, I see, oh, people are like, oh, change of character. But really you just swept liquidity and then you come back into bearish order flow. Down you go. That's a real possibility, and that would be a very Bitcoin fucking thing to do. And it would also go with um, the fact that Ethereum hasn't hit its low yet either. Like I wouldn't touch Ethereum until I'm under this, unless I get a nice shift in swing structure. I shouldn't say I wouldn't touch it, like equity or swing longs. I'll day trade it all day. Um, and I also do see, when we're looking at this price leg down, we've got huge POIs that aren't really in premium yet. So maybe there's something up here in this area that this might be the price leg and whatever, but I would be more comfortable if it looks something like this. And guess what that would do? Sweep these lows. And that's more speculative, but usually when you have these, um, you know, big points of interest, market makers are going to want to push us down to where retracement to that would be back up into premium because that's going to give um, the shorts if we are still remaining bearish. But we are under old lows, swept a lot in 2 days. So a lot of liquidity has been swept. Right now, it's just a waiting game. I'm not really rushing to get any swings. This is a day trader's market, and it would be nice to get a change of direction here. Um, Ethereum looks better than Bitcoin. I will say that on the in the terms of immediate bias. Um, I wouldn't consider that a choke. Did they just form equal highs actually? I cleared it barely. Yeah, I'd wait for a candle closure. Um, Once we get that, I'm going to be scaling in for to the low time frames for confirmation. But I wouldn't rush this. I don't see it um, just yet. I want more. Dot is what I want to go over. That I like a lot. So when we look at dot on the daily, this is one of the more clean charts in my opinion. Because we came down, we cleared this yearly low. So there's a very clear price target. If we were playing buys to sells, it would be this supply that pushed us through that. And draw this. It'd be a nice target. If we're using external liquidity, we're going to target the opposing range's internal liquidity. So also, we're in an untapped daily demand zone. Whether you draw the lower candle, whatever, but it's untapped, and it looks like, did we clear this low actually? Might have. Yeah, it did. Not by much, but it still did. So, you've cleared a ton of liquidity on dot. I mean, the next the next zone is way down here, which could happen. Wouldn't be surprised at this point. Looks like there actually are some equal lows, but I'm not gonna make that my target just yet. So dot is one of the alts that I am watching for a reversal. But really, whenever we're in these super chaotic times, I'm cool with just waiting for confirmation on Bitcoin and ETH before I start getting into any alts because you can get wrecked. You go to chat and see if you guys have asked. Hold up. Yeah, it's fun to have been trading during all this madness though. It's provides for a lot of volatility. Sorry, I had to figure out I was echoing in somebody's shit. But yeah, like this shit's crazy. Like this market's been fucking nuts. Yeah, I'm just not comfortable really longing this yet for any kind of swings. Because once we get, even the 15-minute, not even waiting for the 1 hour, really that same swing structure on both, but that's when you'll start to, once we break out and can actually have a direction, I think there'll be more satisfying trades with less drawdown and higher probabilities. I'm interested to see what happens at London Open. I like Ethereum better. Honestly, Ethereum's price action is just so much better in my opinion than Bitcoin. It's just less wiki and kind of manipulated, I guess, if you will. They're all manipulated, of course, but any spot plays? I'm not looking at any spot plays yet. No. For that, I'm gonna need. Um, and really, I'm more to the point right now with crypto. Like, um, I would rather like open like 2 to 3x longs instead of buying spot, unless it's a really good coin, because I think a lot of this shit's gonna get obliterated. Um, like coins that people really love that are major coins, I could see getting absolutely obliterated. I mean, we've about seen it with Luna, which is crazy because Luna went from, you know, top tier, it's creating the decentralized economy to this shit's, completely just fucked. Is ADA a dead shit coin? I don't know. ADA builds a lot. So I do have respect for them for that. Like, I think that they have a lot to learn, and I think that they get overhyped, which is not even necessarily their fault. Like, people kind of like have higher expectations on ADA than I feel like they even have sometimes. Um, this chart looks like it's going down though. Like I said, his boss bought 7,500 worth when it was worth 180. That sucks. Um, this is a rough looking chart. It really is. I mean, you're already in this fair value gap right here. Oops. Um, yeah, I mean, you are taking a lot of liquidity out of the market, I will say, as far as, I mean, you're clearing out these lows on the weekly, the daily, or under really any lows. So you could use this as your POI, like, but this is a huge fucking range. I mean, this is literally from like 38 cents to 70 cents. So it's like, or I'm sorry, 63 cents. It's like, it's not what I would be keeping my eye on. Not at all. IMX, hell yeah. Let's actually look at IMX. It's probably fucking cheap. I bet I have almost like don't even want to see this. Makes me sad. It's not that bad. I mean, you're gonna clear this low though, I'll tell you that. Yeah, equal lows, all-time lows. Yeah, this is gonna go down more. 100%. And did it already clear this? I don't think it did. 105. Oh, it did. Or wait, no. It's 1095. No, it didn't. Or yeah, it did. Shit. 1-1. Yeah. Blind. Well, I mean, once you get under these old lows, it's plausible to look for relief, but Like I was saying before, I wouldn't be touching much except the majors right now because you can have good TA on some of these coins, and if Bitcoin doesn't have great TA in these situations, you're just gonna end up wondering what you did wrong. And it's just here's the thing I'll tell you: once you can understand that, like the concept of high risk to reward and only playing those trades, you can get a amazing trade every single day on just Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can get one on each of them every single day if you trade at the right times. You know your trade model, you know what you're looking for, and you only execute off that. You're hitting, if you hit these 5, 6, even 4 hour trades, that's a daily goal in one trade. Like 5% in the day, like it's if you take that one trade in the morning and you hit that, just be done for the day. um that's how you can have those 1 2 hour work days with not much anxiety, because let's face it, if you're in like swing trades and certain stuff, if you're in crypto right now, you're not even gonna fucking sleep at night. You know what I mean? Buying like shit coins. um I mean, figure of speech, but you get where I'm coming from. It's better to be a trader in a trader's market and execute off of this volatility and get in and get out. But I look at BNB too. Everything is just so fucking cheap. This needs to go a little lower, and I would actually like the setup. I want if BNB can get down in that zone, I'll look for some longs on that. I mean, Bitcoin really doesn't look bad here. I will tell you. I mean, going by just these technicals, you swept these lows. I'm gonna change this. You swept these lows. Why is this backwards? What the fuck? And once you're under those lows, you look for the next mitigation here. This is how you properly use supply and demand, because people try to use all these supply and demands, like shorting from this over here, like, and it didn't work. Well, why didn't it work? Because you didn't wait for liquidity to get swept. So there's no gas in the tank. You're getting faked out by the same concepts that you're trying to you know um, use that involve other people getting faked out. So it's like you have to know, once you come under these old lows and there is all that liquidity that's been removed from the market, you're in demand. This is where you would look for longs. So that's what I was saying earlier when I tweeted. I was like, would you call me crazy if I look for longs? But that's more where I'm leaning towards. Bitcoin, I'm just not liking these equal highs here. If I get a closure above it, though, that's fine. Kind of a 15-minute closure. I'll look for return down to the demand that sent it through this change of character, then probably play like a choach and flip setup on the lower time frames, and just swing it. But I think we have a lot of good opportunities forming. XRP is another one I wanted to look at. I think this is weekly demand. It's funny, I like literally just X my charts so much at this point. I want to draw, and this is something I've been just kind of playing around with lately, is using wicks for supply in certain situations, or at least using them to identify where orders could be within the market, or get a better demand zone. This is really just an old rally-based rally setup. Go back to the weekly. First of all, okay, this is better. Monthly demand. This is going to get swept. Honestly, this is setting up pretty nice. I'd like that to get swept, and if we can have that low get taken out, I would be looking. Let's see if we have any nice targets. Maybe make some equal highs up here. Yeah, I'd like this to get cleared down here first, but I'll revisit this later. Gal. And yeah, HUD, exactly. Let's look at Gal, dude. What the, so first of all, what, somebody tell me what this was. Like, I don't, I just know that somebody came and played a bit and we're like, oh, I'm in this other group that says short this coin, and then this happened. They picked a great time to fucking ICO. Really great planning there. Like, do you ever wonder, like surely, dude, but like surely these motherfuckers, like, you know, did they not just sit down and say, hey guys, like maybe we should wait a draw? You know what I mean? Like they just didn't. They just really didn't give a fuck. And like I get it, like be like, oh, they're just building, they don't care. It's like, I mean, you should kind of care about certain shit like that. Like, you know, you have invested. I'm sure there's a lot of people that got fucked by this. I mean, yeah, it's like probably pressure from everybody too. Yeah, that that or they were just shorting their own coin from the top. Yeah, yeah, this shit's, and this breaker right here. I actually wouldn't call it a breaker. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much TA to do here. Like I hate it, but like, I mean, what can you do with that? Not much, you know. Maybe let's see if there's other price action on KuCoin. Oh wow, much better. Is there anything? Okay, it just gets worse. Well, I mean, if I'm looking at this, I would be looking at like another 50% drop to fill this gap. So, um, yeah, there's not much that you can, in my opinion, rationally do with that. That's like gambling. Not to say it won't work, but the gay IO, yeah, the gay IO in that one. I would look for $3.20. SPY and NASDAQ. I got you. And some TN that's a while back. I don't know what all this is from. These levels were from something. It's hitting some kind of POI. Probably weekly demand. Oh, it filled this gap. This is what it was. Probably. More than filled this gap. Yeah. Okay. This is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, what? Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, it's bad. Yeah. I mean, no bullshit, bro. Literally, like here, like this is first target down here. Oh, these equal. Yeah, I like that too. Oh yeah, yep. Really down there, you could. Yeah, like this would be this would fully out there personally. But god damn, boy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking rough. No, I don't think so. That's gonna be like cataclysmic. Yeah, yeah. Almost 20 from the highs. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would. You'll probably at least catch relief under this first one, like right here. Like I would personally, like if I was in this every single day, I would just wake up and look for a short, and when I got one, I would just hold it. Literally, dude. I'd trim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 100%. Also, this is a little late, but I can do whatever. It's TA is TA. Fuck it. They're all. I bet everything's terrible. Like this on. Why is that? Oh, it's Bittrex. That's funny. I was like, wait, what? God damn. I haven't even looked at stocks. Also, to answer Raul on YouTube, yeah, it's support and resist or not support supply. Well, I guess you said support and resistance, but supply and demand for the same thing. But would be the open of the candle goes backwards to the wick. Yeah, no, the wicks work because really the wicks can show you like on a higher time frame. Like say if you're on a 5 minute and say you have an order block that caused a flip. Well, the better entry is going to be found in that wick. So I get what you're saying. Um, this though, this looks fucking awful. I'm guessing this is monthly demand here. Yeah, I mean, I would almost. So what I would look for that, it doesn't look like it yet. I'll tell you that it does not. Like, yeah, you've already swiped liquidity here, and then the sign of weakness right here. So like, here was the liquidity sweep, right there. Came up above. After that, you made your sign of weakness, whatever you're gonna call it, is just redistribution. You came down, cleared these lows, made a lower high, lower high, lower high. Well, this is the last sweep right here. Swept that high, but it's still the same macro structure. So this would lead me to, I mean, you yes, you're under some old lows, I guess here, and you're in demand. So, I mean, I wouldn't count on it, but if you were gonna look, it would be here. But you would need, huh? Wait, say what? But also, what's up, hostile? This shit, like right here. Oh, DXY. Like, yeah, I've been charting. I haven't been in a couple days, but I was the other day, bro. I was. It's crazy how well this shit works. It looks crazy. Like the other day, I was like, bro. I put it on Twitter too. I was like, bro. When it was right here, I was like, dude, I would long the fuck out of the dollar right now. Like that shit, bro. This was like out of like literally textbook fucking fair value gap, and also a lot of people call it as the AME or the AMD, which is the law of threes. So like this is a different trade model. You'd have your accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. And that's a very powerful trade model, and it's one like kind of like Wyckoff where it's a little nonlinear and hard to use, but really conceptually it's the same thing. You always come down, you you'll form a fair value gap on the way down. That's where you get that manipulation. Orders are trapped in that candle, and then you come down, fill a gap, and tap into demand. It's like you don't have to tap into demand; you can just fill a gap. But this one even had demand, so it was like for no fucking brainer, like longing to hear. If and then you see, look, we're kind of looking like distribution here. I could be wrong, but I think on like the macros, that looks it's just questionable. Like if anything, I could see this going higher. Like um yeah, until we broke and did oil, yeah, that shit's gonna until we broke this. And even if you broke this, you're coming right into this inefficiency. Really, for me to have to be bearish on this, you'd have to like make a new low down here, which I do not think you're gonna do. Cause you have, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, a lot of people that like say certain shit, they'll like about like this is the fucking dollar index. It's not just the U.S. dollar. It's actually six other currencies or six total that are weighted, but into this index. But all heavily reliant on this is basically the United States. How much people um, are transferring out of assets. Like just to put this in layman's terms, this goes up, everything else goes down. So yeah, literally, bro. Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. CL. Oh my god, everything dumped today. Oh, what the fuck was this? Yeah. hmm Yeah, trying to flood the market. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, bro, no, that's actually that logic. That's because, bro, like if that's the case, and that it probably is the case, this shit is gonna fucking talk. You're gonna hit this again, like or higher. Look at this shit, bro. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I could see like somewhere up in this area, dude. Like probably like yeah, like 150. The United States lit grabbing the fucking world. Holy shit. Dude, is she really? Honestly, Nasdaq though, um, you come down here to like this 11.5, like on futures, you're fucking. That's gonna be a big buy zone in my opinion, a very big buy zone. Like that, this looks way better than Spy. Jesus. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't. I did too. I got fucked on crypto. That sucks. You're a sick bet. I would. That's one thing because I've been looking into trading, switching some of my shit over to like Thinkorswim to trade like just few like minis. Um, that's the thing though, bro. That's yeah, right. Because it's like I like the idea of doing it there, but it's like, god damn, bro. Yeah, that's for like one contract, dude. Yeah, like what? Yeah. How are the spreads? That's not bad at all. Yeah, dude, that's the thing that sucks about like bro, I love MetaTrader, but like the way that I'm trading now, it's impossible. I'd goddamn get stopped. Like I'm using like literally like on Bitcoin like 50 pip stop losses and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't even do that shit, bro. It kind of sucks. Like it's cool for certain things, but the more precise I've been getting with or trying to get with stuff, it's like you can't even use that shit, bro. Jasmine, by the way, my bad for being late on this, Ben Frank, but this is another one of those. It's just like there's not much. Let's see if I can find some better data. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This was Pro Fresh's coin. He used to trade this shit all the time. I mean, this looks like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it really does, bro. like, like you come all the way down to, and you came deep into fucking OTE here. Like, yeah, I mean, this one I'll actually keep an eye on. I don't even. Oh, never mind. They already happened. God damn, that was. See, this is a good example. So look, God, this shit is strong. But we came down into this demand because you made a new low here. This is a weird one. I don't know if I'd consider either of these a swing high, but regardless, actually, I like this better. We might have not missed this, guys. Yeah. Yep. I actually like that. What I'm gonna do, um, personally, I'm not gonna set limits. I'm just going to set an alarm because I've been trying to be pickier. So if we can get price to come down here and I can see, God, I'm probably gonna be a fucking sleep. Whatever though, I don't chase it. But what I'd be looking for those of you that are gonna degen and watch, I'd be look or stay up and watch for this. Wait for a price to return down here, start to form structure. I wouldn't want to clear these lows. I'm just kind of drawing, but you want to have this first high, second high, and this is where you're gonna play whatever propelled you into the second high. That's where you're gonna set your orders, and you could very easily target first target these highs, and then take 30% there, swing the rest. That would be a very nice setup. This looks better than uh, a lot of shit. I'm actually gonna watch. I don't want to put this. I made a majors watch list. I'm just gonna add this to it anyway, just because I like that chart. Yeah, it's just too much. I want a better entry than that. Used to, I would take that, but um, fuck, why is it doing this? I'd be playing that fair value gap. And that right there is not really. I mean, it's not bad 6-1, but you can get a much better entry than this. So um, I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm liking this setup. Be a very simple trade model too. Looks like you probably already got an entry on the lower time frames. I don't know. I wouldn't have really taken anything there. But this was probably equilibrium of this candle. No? Yeah, I wouldn't have even. I don't really see it, the trade to have been had there. That's why these kind of situations are a good example. Like you could easily see price, come down into this and just sweep this up, maybe come up, mitigate, and then come back down to fill this area, and then before going up. Oh, you said you got 0.025 average started since. Yeah, I mean, if you say you grabbed that much at 0.013, I mean, I don't want to, get your hopes up and say you're going to the moon, but you're looking better than most. Um, this is a fairly good setup. So, I'm actually going to be watching this one. If that makes you feel any better, but I'm not in it yet. So I was going to do AVAX, I think. I feel like here, I almost want to look in this wick. I'm going to 4 hour and see what I can find in that wick, and that would be a better. Yeah, there you go. See what I mean? This is why I like refining. So I'm gonna be looking, and you could do the same thing because really you're just seeing um, a place where orders could be left in the market. So I would want price on AVAX. Golly, AVAX is fucking $40. Yeah, we're almost in that zone where I would be looking to be a buyer. My strategy that I like doing in these situations is, you know, uh, when everything's this beat down, look for coins of value. Like look for the majors because if anything's running, it's gonna be these, and you're gonna be able to find clean price action on them. Gala, ETH choach, you said. Maybe. Oh yeah, actually I like that. I do like this. Fair value gap. Set some alerts. Shit. I hate when this happens at 10 p.m. I'd like to wait. I want everything to wait until like 9 a.m. tomorrow to set up. I'm really not super eager though, in all honesty, because you got a lot of. Really, you could, to be even safer with this, you could wait. Okay, we've made our choach. If we don't break this supply and say it sends us back down, wait till you break that, then play whatever sent you on that price swing. So that would be a lower risk trade model. But nonetheless, what you can do with these situations is say price does come back down to this area. Well, you go down to your 2 minute or your 1 minute and you wait for another change of character. And then you can play longs just to here and take pretty heavy profits and then still wait for that same setup. So there's a lot of different ways you can attack this, but look at Gala. Trading Gala the other day over here. Oh, I mean, you're coming down here probably. I wouldn't be a buyer in this just yet. That looks like you want to go lower too. Could be wrong, but I would kind of chill on this one as of now. Okay, I already had it. Yeah, right now it's just for me. I'm just watching Bitcoin and ETH, and you can get because all I'm looking for is high R trades. I don't give a fuck about the percentage move or the pips move. I care about the risk to reward. That's all that matters to me. So if I can find you know higher R trades on Bitcoin, I don't care if they're a 0.5% stop loss and a 3% move. That's a 6 to 1. That's easy money. So that I'm kind of just waiting for these setups. But the main focuses I have are Dot, and then also now Jasmy. Honestly, I like this. Um, did I not just fucking set alerts on this? Or was it on a different chart? I guess I'm just gonna reset them on perp. So it's probably on Tether. I think I was in the KuCoin chart actually because there wasn't enough data. One, yeah, and this is gonna be the last one I do. The last one. Um, uh, Jesus. Not looking too strong here, but honestly just use this whole zone of this institutional candle and just kind of see how that lines up first. I mean, you're in, that zone where you could catch some bids, but just like everything else, man, we gotta wait for um, the low time frames to shift. This isn't enough for me. Oh, sorry, I was in the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, similar to Bitcoin in the sense that this buy side liquidity looks like it's being engineered. You've got that fair value gap. So it's just like even once you get that choke, you've got a lot of liquidity that's going to push you right back down. So this one I would definitely wait for like a flip setting or a flip setup. But I'll watch it. On that note, I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate you guys. As always, if you got any questions, just comment, DM me, tweet me, whatever. I will see you guys on Wednesday.